let's say we think about some free agents and such. So I guess the first thing that stands out, we've kind of talked about free agency and thoughts and ideas and who. And one name that has certainly popped up is Tyler O'Neill. Now he does
Great name.
What's that?
Great name.
Is it Ty?
Yeah. Tyler, great name.
The O'Neill part, right?
Good parents
like
there.
Cruz. But at any rate, he does rank on here as one of the top 50. And I'll tell you what, two out of the 4 people making their predictions predict that Tyler O'Neill will go to the Pirates. So they have him as a 19th rated prospect. I'm sorry, rated free agent, signing for a 3-year, $42 million deal. But before we do go any further, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, on BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA and college football, NHL to UFC and MMA. Head to BetOnline today to get on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here. What do you guys think about that in Tyler O'Neill? And I'll start with Tyler.
Oh, we're going tie.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I would very much welcome the signing. I can't see it. I just can't see this team spending that type of capital on Tyler O'Neill. Plain and simple. Look, I don't see that happening. I think we fall more into the maybe lesser, not top 50 type of guys. I think it would be a great signing for him, but also it's just Jim talked about the $95 million payroll that I think he was pretty accurate on. I think that's probably what we're looking at. And maybe if we get lucky, they push 100. But even then, like, that's a good chunk of it right there. And I just don't see this team going to that length. I can't get there with them. Until they do it, I don't buy it. And I think it would be a welcome addition to this team. I just can't picture this team doing it.
I mean, yeah, he's a great fit, especially if the move is to transition Brian Reynolds to first base. And with O'Neill, there's a couple things to stand out. One, he's the power bat that you've been looking for in this lineup for a long time, especially from the right side of the plate. Like, they could use a power bat on the, from the right side of the plate. I don't want to hear like, oh, PNC Park, righties don't perform there, blah, blah, blah. Good righties do. Good righties do perform there. And it's just hit the ball harder if that's what you want, right? So, and Tyler O'Neill's one of those guys who can do that. Like, he's got major power. The one concern with Tyler O'Neill is he has not shown he can be durable at all in his entire career. He's played 138 games once. That was in 2021. That was his career high. Last year, he played 113 games. Those are the only 2 seasons that he has eclipsed 100 games played. 100 games or more in 2 of his 7 seasons that he's played. So it's like, then you kind of weigh that. Now, this MLB Trade Rumors says, 3 years, $42 million. That comes out to $14 million a year. If he's giving you 113 games and he's hitting you 30 homers and he's putting up a 130 weighted runs created plus, you do that all day. So, like, if you can count on last year Tyler O'Neill, totally worth it. That deal, totally worth it. If you start getting to 2023, 2022 Tyler O'Neill, then you start thinking maybe that money can be better spent elsewhere with someone who's going to play a few more games. But it's a risky signing. With all that being said, I'm still making this signing. Like, I'm going after Tyler O'Neill. It's just, I want people to understand this is a signing that the Pirates typically wouldn't do. This is a risky signing because he hasn't shown that he can do this consistently, that he can be on the field and produce consistently. So I think that's the one hesitation I could see the Pirates having. I think they do have the money to do it. Like $14 million to put that bat in your lineup. I think that money is there for them to accomplish that. I'm just concerned with the durability.
You know, I'm not one to be, I'm all in on Tyler O'Neill. Like, that's got to be the play. Because there are certainly, and you all kind of cover this, like there does come with a lot of risk. And here's the thing, you know, when you're getting to this like crop of free agency, they all kind of do, you know, they all have their warts. That's why they're not getting 20 plus million. Like, that's why you're not going after Teoscar Hernandez at 20 million plus, right? We're in that 10, 15 to $18 million range. It's probably because there is some risk in there. And what's this person's risk? Well, like you mentioned, that's for sure the health. You know, he's had two basically really good years, and those were 2 years that he was healthy. But outside of that, they've been pretty poor. The other thing that kind of worries me, he had a fantastic year last year. Like, I'm not taking that away, but his splits were crazy. He had like a 91 rated runs created plus against righties and like a 200 something against lefties. His expected numbers were higher than was actual, right? His WOBA was like a 360. I think his expected WOBA was 360. Here, let me get it. His expected was 342. His WOBA was 360. So he kind of like performed higher than he probably should have. He wasn't that good against righties. I think he has a 104 weighted runs created plus for his career against righties. So like he did a lot of damage against lefties to really bring those numbers up. And I guess that's why I would welcome Tyler O'Neill. Absolutely welcome it. If they go and make that signing, cool. Not going to be disappointed. But there is a little buyers beware on Tyler O'Neill for me, you know? So that's why, like, I'm not gung-ho on him. I will take him. The money is right, because again, like $14 million shouldn't break a person's bank. But we are talking about the Pirates. We are talking about how they seem to fully regret. It's like Gregory Polanco's contract still gives them chills, right? And Tyler O'Neill kind of presents that. Like, you're in that price range, and if he doesn't perform and he's out and he's injured, oh my God, what are we going to do? So again, I guess I would welcome Tyler O'Neill, but I do see a lot of risk in Tyler O'Neill also.
Yeah. I want to just echo because a couple comments in here about the righty lefty split thing at PNC. So 31 homers by Tyler O'Neill last year. If he would have played every single game at PNC Park, he would have hit 29. So PNC would not have zapped him all too much last season. So that's encouraging to see. I mean, I'm not really seeing too many things I dislike. I mean, obviously the K rate, he strikes out a lot. That's one thing, but that's just today's baseball. If you want someone who's going to hit you 30 homers, you're going to have to just deal with the strikeouts, like plain and simple. There's not too many people who can put up those types of numbers and not strike out. And the ones who do, you're not signing for 14 million, right? You're signing for way, way, way more than that. So I think Tyler O'Neill is probably like the top bat the Pirates could get in this free agency class. And if they land him, it's big. I think it's big. Now I think they need more. Like I don't think Tyler O'Neill's all they can do. They need to add another bat. But yeah, I'm all aboard the Tyler O'Neill train, even with the hesitation in certain areas.
I'm with you, but I also do think there are other options out there that probably fit the Pirates' financial constraints better than Tyler O'Neill does.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.